So I'll just add to that. Pawanji, as I lovingly call him, Pawanji has also received the coveted Mother Teresa Award, and he'll be given by none other than the King of Dubai. So he'll be going there later this year to receive that award. He's also meeting our Honorable President of the country tomorrow. So I am very thankful to him that he has been able to make time. He's a very good friend, extremely buzzing with energy, and always very inspiring. So before we started, this is a small token of appreciation that we would like to give you.
Good morning, students. Thank you for the nice introduction. I'll just start a brief about me for half a minute so that I'm giving a message in that. See, there is no age to do a business. There is no age to become successful. Why I'm saying so? Because at the age of 59, I started my second inning. I started with a career of 1800 rupees in Kolkata after passing out CA as a gold medalist. And from there to entrepreneur, and then in 2017, when both my children, they said that we will not come to your industry because my son is Ivy League USA, London School of Economics, I am Ahmedabad. My daughter, gold medalist JD Birla, gold medalist ISARE Spain, and then again gold medalist Indian School of Business. So they decided they will not join my business. So I think different. So at that point I thought that one should not scale the business if your next generation is. So there is no point in scaling a business if your next generation is not vested into it. Because ultimately that business will fail. Because tomorrow I'm not God. I'm going to die someday. And when I die, whichever country I have business, the manager there, he will take over. So I decided to close down all my business somewhere around 2018 when I was at peak. I had 6 factories in 6 continents. And then I love talking to you people because I have a story to narrate. I have a vision to motivate you. I have a vision to inspire you. When this part of your life you begin, you have many questions in mind. What I am doing is correct or not, whether I will be successful or not, whether I will be able to meet my goals or not. And at times you get motivated by your friends who have achieved something in life, and you start thinking, yeah, I was smarter than him or her. If I would have gone that line, I would have been more successful. So now here I am to give you for next 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 1 hour, depending आप कितनी ताली मारते हो. जब आप ताली मारना बंद कर दोगे, हाथ ताली देना बंद कर दोगे तो हमें चले जाओ. So start. Let's generate energy. So it is said that when we clap, the energy is generated. So let's clap for half minute. इतना धीरे तो यार. How many of you know Kentucky Fried Chicken? Just raise hand. How many of you know that Mr. Kentucky started his first venture, first outlet at the age of 61? How many of you know? Okay, good. All of you know. How many of you know Mr. Tilak from Ahmedabad, the 14-year boy who did an insurance of 40 lakhs at the age of 40? How many of you know? None. Expected. Because he's too young to be known. See, there is no age of doing business. If Tilak can do at the age of 14, if Kentucky can do at the age of 61, you, being the youth, you can do much easily. Then what are the ingredients which these people have and what is missing in us? See, I'm not come here to tell you my success story. I may not be able to tell you what will make you successful. But one thing I can definitely teach you. कि ये करोगे तो successful नहीं होगे. What will make you successful, that is your decision. But if you do this, for sure you will not be successful. So, should we start? क्या यार यस सर जोर से बोलो जरा. Yeah. देखिए जिंदगी में सबसे पहली जरूरी चीज जो होती है that is continuity. You have to be resilient in life. Whether you like something, if you have decided to move on a path, keep doing. If you are not happy today, keep doing. If you are angry today, keep doing. If you are feeling low today, keep doing. If your mother is sick today, keep doing. If there is something happen in your life, if your love life is not going to good, keep doing. What is the moral of the story is, resilience is most important. If you leave anything halfway, anything in your life, all the efforts you have made until you reach that stage becomes zero. Yes or no? So most successful people, you will find one thing common in them: they are resilient. They believe in themselves. They can see the invisible. See, when I took this volleyball team, the world laughed at me. एक बात आपको समझिए, you have to believe in yourself. That yes, I can do it. Yes, I can do it. Yes, I can do it. When I close my eyes, after taking over the team, I could see my captain raising the hands with trophy in his hand. That is what. And if you read the magazine, The Secret, I don't know how many of you have read that magazine, The Secret. It's all about one fact. जो आप सोचते हो वह होता है. सृष्टि नहीं वर्ड नहीं सुनती है. It only takes positivity. So be positive in life. It's very, very important. At this stage, it's very, very, when you are now going to be, see, I always say in the public, and here I say in front of you, if you rewind Pawan Patodia, I had a very, very high profile throughout my career. If you see my career graph, it is in fact very good. But then also I make one statement. If you rewind Patodia 30 years behind, 35 years behind, I am nothing in front of today's youth. Today's youth, they are equipped with Google and now ChatGPT, OpenAI platforms. They have answer for everything. You go to a shop and you tell him, I want this mobile. He says 1,50,000. What is your immediate reaction? Why 150? Amazon में तो 142 का मिलता है. Will you say this or not? Was this awareness there 10 years back, 20 years back? No. Imagine yourself with so much of power. You can look into the life of anybody. Who is he? What he is doing? We post. I also post. Today's generation is vested with so many tools which are very, very helpful for their growth. And if these tools are used effectively, it can change the life. Anything. Today we hear about startup. Do you think it is something new? It's not new. सदियों से कोई धंधा नया करोगे, if you start anything new, that's a startup. But today you look at the startup. When you start up today, the first question they ask you, what is the problem in the society you are going to solve? If you can touch a problem, overnight you are successful. If you can solve a burning problem, you go to any app, whether it is Clear Trip, Make My Trip, Ease My Trip, what they are solving? They are solving your all traveling requirement. Whether it is airline booking, whether it is hotel booking, whether it is sightseeing, anything. So you take anything. It all depends how you want to plan your career. But the problem is, Anything you want to do, you have to understand one thing, continuity has to be there. Anything which you do for 66 days continuously, it becomes your habit. Until 66 days, it is not your habit. What does it mean? According to University of London, they have done a research and they said to make anything a practice, it has to be done for 66 days. But today's generation, the problem is we believe in Maggie. 2-minute solution. 2 minutes. I am not against Maggie. It's a very good product by Nestle. But good things in life takes time. Success in life takes time. Till such time that time comes, you should be resilient to do it as a practice. Is that clear? Now, all of you might have entered your first year, or I think this is our first year they have come here. You have entered this hall, might be as an ordinary student. But promise yourself that before you leave this door, you will come back and stand here and deliver a speech 5 years down the line. That's what I want in each one of you. ताली मार सकते हो यार, मेरे जाने का समय है। देखो बच्चों, तुम्हारे जैसे मेरे 2 बच्चे हैं और रोज मुझे डांटते भी बहुत है, because they are today generations. पापा आप नहीं समझेगा। But tell me one thing. Now this part of my speech is very important. I'll correlate with you. Now, how many of you say thank you to your mother when she cooks good food for you on a daily basis? Sure. Thank you. Now rest of you will be saying, मेरी माँ तो रोज अच्छा खाना बनाती है. Accepted. But एक दिन नमक ज्यादा होता है तो आप जोमेटो में ऑर्डर करते हो थाली को ऐसे साइड करके की पानी छोटा. Okay, you may be good on, but my kids does that. या कभी उसने सेम सब्जी दोबारा बना दी तो क्या है खाने में? आलू, परवल, नहीं, I'm going to order in Zomato. What I'm saying is, when you have the right to show your anger on her, it is very much your duty to appreciate every time she cooks good for you. Please make it habit. Swachh Bharat, when you go home in the evening, most of you must be having motorcycles or cars or any mode of transport. You may throw the key at night or you may go and put it like this. It all depends how you do it. If you throw it this way, next morning there is Swachh Bharat at your home. और मम्मी मेरा चाबी नहीं मिल रहा मोटरसाइकिल का, स्कूल का टाइम हो गया, कॉलेज का टाइम हो गया. And then everybody starts. You understand? You can throw your shoes like this, one pair this side, one pair that side, one this, or you can just put it the stick. All it takes is 2 minutes. And from there your practices starts. So be very careful from this age to develop some good practices in life. Now I'll give you another example. This one is very close to my heart. Is this one I call that 90% of the communication is for preparation of a mind, 10% बात मतलब की होती है. गर्लफ्रेंड या बॉयफ्रेंड को पटाना होता है, 90% उसकी उसकी तारीफ करते हैं, उसकी फ्रेंड्स की तारीफ करते हैं, उसके कपड़े की तारीफ करते हैं. फिर लगता है कि पटरी पर गाड़ी आ गई तो धीरे से बोलते हैं, कैन वी गो फॉर अ मूवी, कैन वी गो फॉर अ डेट. 10%. व्हाट इज इट? जिस धरती को प्रिपेयर नहीं किया गया, इफ यू थ्रो और इफ यू ट्राई टू प्लांट अ ट्री, 80% विल डाई. the soil which is cultivated properly, you just throw the seeds, it will grow. I give you another example. Many of you must be coming from good family. You go to your father and say, I want a motorcycle. Obviously, your father is concerned for your safety because you are staying in a metro like Kolkata, যেখানে minibus যখন তখন ঠেকা দিতে পারে. He will obviously say no to you, but no, you will not take that no as his care for you. What you are going to say in the front ना, मेरा बाप बड़ा आदमी होगा यार, एक नंबर का मक्खी चूस है, एक मोटरसाइकिल मांगा नहीं दिया, उसके बाप ने सनी के बाप ने एक दिन में दे दिया, and now you are grueling with it every day. Finally, your mother takes the things and uncontrolled, and one day she says to him, बच्चे का बर्थडे आ रहा है, उसको मोटरसाइकिल दे दो. By that time, his mind is prepared. And he says, ठीक. And he calls you one day. तेरा बर्थडे आ रहा है, कौन सी मोटरसाइकिल लेगा? And then you will, still you don't realize that you went. चलो दूसरा एग्जाम्पल देता हूँ. कॉलेज में आए, किसी लड़की से भालोबासा हो गया, मम्मी को जाके बोले इससे शादी करोगी. मम्मी क्या बोलेगी? हाँ हाँ हाँ, ये लो माला जाके पहना दो. दो थप्पड़ मारेगी कितने कुदर. उम्र नहीं हुआ पढ़ने का और बेटा शादी करने चला है. What I'm trying to tell you, boys and girls, when I say a singular word, it applies to both. What I'm trying to tell you is, you have to understand one thing. It's not you are trying to talk to an unprepared mind. Now I tell you a story of Saptambara. Saptambara. Listen to it very carefully. If you can take 1% out of it, for rest of your life, you will be very happy. Now all of you are ready? See, I am going to touch 120 topics. 4 I have touched. खाली एक बार बजाया. So 2 topics after that, I'm going to finish. लेन देन में मैं बहुत मारवाड़ी आदमी हूँ, लेन देन का पक्का हूँ. Saptambara. It's a very interesting thing. A man was very hungry. He went to a shop. वहाँ गरम आलू बड़ा बन रहे थे. He said, he asked a very simple question. What is the cost of the bada which will satiate my hunger? उस बड़े का प्राइस क्या है जिससे मेरी भूख मरेगी? The person said, 25 rupees. He said, good enough. Send me. एक बड़ा मिला, खा लिया, भूख नहीं मरी. दूसरा, तीसरा, चौथा, पांचवा, छठा, सातवां. It was only after eating the 7th bada, his hunger was satisfied. He went to the counter. He said, how much I have to pay? उधर से वेटर बोला, साहब का 175 रुपया. Well, I am going to pay 25 rupees. And this is a very famous case. I asked you, what is the price? You said 25 rupees. So until I ate 6 bada, my hunger was not satisfied. It was only after eating the 6th bada, 7th bada, I was worried. So I am not going to pay for 6 bada. Now how we correlate this to our real life? आपने पढ़ाई की, बहुत अच्छे से की. But until you prepared yourself to become first, all efforts are useless. अगर किसी का पैसा काटा, किसी ने आपको प्लम्बर आया, उसने 500 का बिल दिया, आप उसको बोलते रहो 150 दूंगा, इसका काम नहीं है. You have to look at his face, whether that is Saptam bada or 4th bada. If you find this is 4th bada, whether you pay him 0 or 150, it's all the same. But if you give him 100 more, and you see a shine on his face, that is the Saptam bada. That is the Saptam bada. Everything done prior to the Saptam bada is completely waste. And most of us do not realize the value of Saptam bada. In a company. And this is very rude, huh? So, This is just to explain you. Now one day you come and tell me, sir, I have 30 years of experience. When I say this, you must accept it. No, what I say? नहीं काका, तेरे को एक दिन का experience है, which you have been doing for 30 years. What is new you have done in your life? You have been doing accounts for 30 years. Look at me, speaking on youth now, speaking on another topic after 1 hour, meeting governor after 3 hours, meeting president tomorrow. Then in between मोहम्मद स्पोर्टिंग में भी जाना है, तो दीदी आ रही है. This is called experience. Continuity doing one job. एक हेयर ड्रेसर है, सब 40 साल का एक्सपीरियंस है. ठीक है यार, तू पहले 20 मिनट में काटती थी, अब 10 मिनट में काट लेती है. Continuity is makes you perfect. जो काम पहले आप आधे घंटे में करते थे, 20 मिनट में करते थे. But that does not mean that you have an experience of 30 years, so I should follow you. Now suppose you take as a yourself dedicated to politics. Now every day मोदी ने ऐसा कर दिया, दीदी ने ऐसा कर दिया, सुबह से शाम तक हमारे पास कितने रीजंस है पॉलिटिशियंस को गाली देने को. एक सभ्य आदमी सामने तो आए, इस गंदगी में उतरे, उसको साफ तो करें. वो किसी को नहीं करना है. अगर आप आज पॉलिटिक्स में घुसते हो, you can make education system better. Instead of bookish knowledge, you can give the knowledge from which these people, these students will get the jobs. They can bring the industry to the colleges to pick up the students so that you know, once I have entered into NHSM, my future is secured. नहीं तो घर पे जाके यार मम्मी ने 4 लाख का लोन लिया और यहाँ पर क्या सीखते हैं, तो ये नहीं होना चाहिए. See, you can change the entire thing. Another thing is entrepreneur. If you want to become an entrepreneur, think of today's India's burning problem is unemployment. We heard somewhere that we are the youngest population. सुना था ऐसा? Our median age is 29 years. हम सुपर पावर बन जाएंगे. बड़ा सपना देख लिया हमने भी कि भाई सुपर पावर बन गए. अब तो अचानक एक दिन पेपर में न्यूज आता है, चैट जीपीटी एंड ओपन एआई विल टेक 35% जॉब्स ऑफ ऑलरेडी पीपल वर्किंग. कंटेंट राइटर्स का जॉब खत्म हो जाएगा, क्रिएटिविटी का जॉब खत्म हो जाएगा. अब जो बच्चे बेचारे कंटेंट राइटिंग सीख रहे हैं, उनको तो अंधकार दिखता है. व्हाट हैव यू डू? इफ चैट जीपीटी कैन रिप्लेस मी इन कंटेंट राइटिंग, व्हाट इज माय फ्यूचर? The message here is, whether you are using Google, most of the medical terms you use in Google, it will lead to answers that you have cancers. Most of the Googles for any disease, क्योंकि भाषा ऐसी लिखते ना, ये किसी को समझ में ही नहीं आती. और उस भाषा को अगर आपने गूगल को बोला कि इसका मतलब क्या होता है, और इफ यू रीड 2 to 3 आर्टिकल्स, सच बोलता हूं, डिप्रेशन में चले जाओगे. What is Chat GPT? What is OpenAI? It takes the material which is available on the records and puts it in a more simplified manner, rather than giving you options of 20, 30, 40, 50 sites where you can see your solution. It gives you solution at one place. But who guarantee that is correct? For example, आप लोग पास अगर Chat GPT है, मारो अभी कलकत्ता थंडरबोल्ट, वो बोलेगा एक क्रिकेट टीम है जो बंगाल में छोटी मोटी है. You can do that now. So what does it mean? जो records पे available होगा, it can only pick up that. That is not a Superman. Unless I feed in the machine that Calcutta Thunderbolt is a volleyball team at a national level which is equivalent to KKR, where you will find that? Nobody can replace you. Nobody. That will give you tailor-made solutions. But हमारा बंगाल फेमस किस लिए? 3 ही चीज को. स्कॉलर्स, देश में बलिदान देना, और जब जब नाम आया हो सुभाष चंद्र बोस से लेके सारे लोग अपने बंगाल से ही है। जितने स्कॉलर्स हैं, नोबेल प्राइज मिला अपने बंगाल से मिला है। तो यहाँ के बच्चों की क्रिएटिविटी को क्या चैट जीपीटी खा जाएगा? पॉसिबल ही नहीं है यार। वो वही देगा जो आज तक दुनिया में हो गया। अगर तुम भी गूगल को खर्च कर रहे थे तो और अगर तुम्हारे में क्रिएटिविटी है तो है, तो है। इट्स वेरी सिंपल थिंग बच्चों, कि तुम्हारी क्रिएटिविटी तुम्हारी अपनी है, वो कोई कंप्यूटर उसको दे ही नहीं सकता। लेकिन अगर तुमने लाइफ में शॉर्टकट लिया है, क्लाइंट ने बोला तुमको कंटेंट चाहिए मुझे, और तुमने गूगल से सर्च करके बनाया है, तुम्हारा जॉब चला जाएगा। बट एवरी टाइम यू कम अप विद अ न्यू आइडिया, यू विल बी अप्रिशिएटेड। सो कुछ नहीं है यार, हमने कोविड झेल लिया, बड़ी बड़ी चीजें झेल ली, चैट जीपीटी को झेल लेंगे। और ज्यादा रिस्की हुआ तो गवर्नमेंट बैन कर देगा इंडिया में। क्यों चिंता करते हो यार? It's not very difficult. Many countries they have banned ChatGPT. Whenever anything which goes against the mass population of a country, that cannot be allowed to prevail in a country. तो तुम्हारे ऊपर है लोग जो सोचेंगे। देखिए, जिंदगी का मजा तब है जब सामने कंपटीशन के लिए कोई बैठा हो। क्लाइंट को बोलो, सर आप चैट जीपीटी से कंटेंट बनाओ, और एक हम बनाते हैं, एंड यू चूज व्हिच वन यू आर गोइंग टू पोस्ट। दूध का दूध और पानी का पानी हो जाएगा दोनों तरफ से। तुम हवा में उड़ रहे हो तो तुम धरती पे आ जाओगे। क्लाइंट समझ जाएगा, भाई छोड़ दे इसको, बंद कर दे। मुझे किसी से एक बार किसी ने पूछा था, प्यार हुआ था? मैंने बोला आज भी है। व्हाट डज इट मीन? आई लव माई वर्क, I'm passionate. You should be passionate of what you do. Do what you love and love what you do. The world will change for you. यार ताली में तुम लोग मारते नहीं हो, बंद करो। Every quote I'm giving you, if you can adopt one in your life, one. See, what are the qualities in a successful man? First is a sound leadership quality. He should lead from front. अपने अब्दुल कलाम जब थे, इफ यू रिमेंबर, जब इसरो ने पहला रॉकेट लॉन्च किया था, इट फेल्ड। Abdul Kalam came in front and he said, the basic calculations mistakes were mine, so I take all the blame on me and my team is not responsible. 1.5 years later, they launched again. And this time it was super duper successful. Again Abdul Kalam came and said, all the credit goes to my team. It is they who have created this. This is what a leader means. He takes all the blame on himself and he gives the credit to the team. Unless you develop this, you cannot be a successful man. Point number 2, he should have good communication skill. Now you see the diamond. There are 4 C's: clarity, correct, cleanness, and color. Correct? 4 C's. We design a diamond out of these 4 C's. Now in communication, there are 4 C's. One is contact. See, I have been seeing in the eyes of each one of you. When I am looking into your eyes, things are going right into your brain. The second C is concise. छोटा बोलना है. What I am saying is concise. Third point is credibility. आप जब भी कोई बात करते हो, you should have a credibility. That Patodia is saying सच है. He doesn't bluff. And last but not the least, context. जिस चीज की बात हो रही है, अभी बात हो रही दुर्गा पूजा की, अचानक कोई ले गया, बोला वेकेशन चलते हैं। अरे हमारी बात चल रही थी कैंपस में दुर्गा पूजा कैसे बनाएं, और तुम बात कर रहा है कि गोवा घूमने चलते हैं। These are not topics. No correlevance. And then you feel that मेरी तो कोई सुनता ही नहीं है, क्या सुनेगा यार? Third thing is pleasing personality. Having self-confidence. If a man is not determined, आप बताओ वो कुछ कर पाएगा? Yes or no? So that's the fourth point. Fifth point, this is the only point which is missing in me. A successful person is one who takes moderate risk in life. I went and buy volleyball team where the loss every year is 10 crores. Now, ठीक है, possible है, मेरे पास पैसे होंगे, but at what age? At the age of 60, if I die at 2 years, all the money and efforts is zero. See, स्थान काल पात्र, आप रिपीट करेंगे मेरे साथ, स्थान काल पात्र, आप कहां बोल रहे हो, कौन से स्थान पे बोल रहे हो? जैसे मैंने साला बोला, वैसे तो चलता है, लेकिन स्थान गलत था। काल, किस समय बात कर रहे हो, उस वक्त उस आदमी का क्या पीरियड चल रहा है? पात्र, किससे बात कर रहे हो? अगर जिंदगी में ये तीन चीज समझ लेना, गलती नहीं होगी। द नेक्स्ट पॉइंट इज क्रिएटिव थिंकिंग। ताली तो कोई नहीं हो जाए। फ्लेक्सिबल एंड ट्रांसपेरेंट। अनलेस अ लीडर इज फ्लेक्सिबल, आपने आइडिया दिया, ऐसे नहीं, मैंने जो बोला वही बोले, नहीं, रॉन्ग। He has to take his team with him, flexible. He has to be transparent. We are doing this for achieve this. See, if the vision of the speaker, of the leader, or the entrepreneur is known to the team, perhaps they can deliver better. The next point is innovative. उसका एग्जाम्पल मैंने आपको दिया, चैट जीपीटी can only give what is in the world. If you can innovate new things, your creativity will always be accepted by anybody and everybody. Next one is visionary. He should be visionary. What does it mean? I said at the beginning of my lecture, close your eyes and see the invisible. See yourself as the most successful person in your industry. Live with this vision, live with this dream, and you will achieve it. अगर आपने सोचा ही नहीं, if you do not believe yourself. I started my career in the beginning of my life. When I started public speaking, I used to stand in front of mirror and I used to say, how can you look so smart, Mr. Patodia? So self-esteem, self-confidence. The person who is going to praise you, yourself the most, is you. If you cannot praise yourself, दूसरे को क्या praise करोगे यार? आप बताओ मेरे को। जिस आदमी को खुद को प्रेस करना नहीं आता, खुद को अपना ड्रेसिंग सेंस या अपना टॉकिंग सेंस इफ ही कैन नॉट प्रेस, दूसरा बोलेगा यार ज्ञान दे रहा, चल यार चाय पीते, इसका काम है ज्ञान देना। नो बॉस, देयर इज लॉट ऑफ नॉलेज बिहाइंड दैट। द नेक्स्ट वन इज प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग एटीट्यूड। नाउ what is a problem solving attitude? That he is not adamant, he is process oriented. We will do this, after achieving this we will do this, and finally we will reach it. That's a process. He'll explain the team the entire process of decision making. See, I don't know how many of you know, decision making is an express highway. Decision making is an express highway. Don't scared in taking decisions. If you take 3 decisions out of 10 correct, you are the best decision maker in the world. Most organizations have been closed not for a bad decision. They have closed because of indecisiveness. Why I say that decision making is an express highway? I don't know how many of you understand what is the meaning of express highway. You are cruising at the speed of 100 and 120, and once you miss a cut, the next cut is after 5 kilometers or 10 kilometers or 12 kilometers. and from there you can take a turn again. So every point in life we have a triangle, a quadrilateral, where you say yes, no. If you say no, the activity ends there. If you say yes, again there is another question, what this, then this. So wherever you find your previous decision was wrong, remember you are on an express highway. Wait for the turn. Turn back. Correct your decision. But if you do not take a decision, suppose you are head of department of HR. Suddenly you come to know that few workers in the factory, they are creating nonsense for no reason. Now you have an option to console them, convince them, or otherwise. अब आपने उस फाइल को रख दिया कोल्ड स्टोरेज में. अब वो वर्कर है, उसका हो गया, मैनेजमेंट घबराई गई थी. 3 आदमी थे, अगले दिन 10 जुड़ गए, 20 चले गए, 25 हो गए, और एक दिन वो प्रॉब्लम इतनी बड़ी हो गई कि आपकी पहुंच के बाहर हो गई, और बंगाल में हो गई तो आपकी फैक्ट्री बंद भी हो गई. So what is the moral of the story is that do not get scared in taking a decision, because decision making is always an express highway. So don't be coward. जो rationally समझ में आए. एक लड़की अगर तुमको ना बोल देती है, you suddenly go and tell her, I love you, मैं तो भालोबासी, की बोलचिस तुई, तो क्या तुम प्रैक्टिस करना छोड़ देते हो क्या? यार 2 दिन बाद जाके बोलोगे. कोशिश करते रहते ना, until she says yes or until you see her with somebody else. So resilient अगर वहां हो तो अपने बिजनेस में क्यों नहीं? Why not resilient in your life, which is going to change? And once you are successful, आप देखो वही लड़की फिर आके बोलती है, अरे सुशांत तो सेदिन हमारा अनेक बड़ा भूल है बेचारे. Other ones, ethical, honest, and a man of integrity. If you are doing, inequality between two staffs, do you think people will respect you? So another factor is you should be passionate. करना है इसलिए नहीं. अभी क्या चल रहा है? बोला अभी ये कोर्स चल रहा है, मीडिया, मास मीडिया, चलो मास मीडिया करेंगे. ऐसा नहीं होता बॉस. You are going to be the 3rd or 4th pillar of constitution. You have to know your responsibility. You have to understand that which part, whether you are going to be politically or you devote to sports, entertainment, and then you have to do your research. एक नया डायलॉग भी दिमाग में आया. डिग्री से क्या होता है? डिग्री से कुछ नहीं होता. The process of learning is important. अदरवाइज डिग्री तो बैरोमीटर में भी होती है यार, तो वैल्यू होती तो उसकी हो जाती है. अब तुम लोग सुनने लगे हो, स्पीकर को क्या चाहिए? पीपल आर एंजॉयिंग. अब तो स्पीकर को मजा आता है, नहीं तो वो भी बोलता है यार चलो हो गया, आज के लिए काफी हो गया, भूख भी लग गई, चलो चलते हैं. बट व्हेन पीपल एंजॉय इट, देखो बच्चों, मैं जब तुम्हारे पास खड़ा हूं, एक बेसिक चीज समझ लो, तुम में से हर बच्चे की उम्र मेरे दोनों बच्चों से छोटी है. सो आई एम हियर एज अ ब्रदर, एज अ फादर, एज अ फ्रेंड, whatever you become. And I accept this invitation only and only because I have given good education to my both the children. पैसा कमाने के लिए क्या चाहिए? 2 MBA चाहिए, जो अच्छा पीपीटी बना ले. मेरे घर पे ही है, अच्छा पीपीटी बन जाता है, पैसा कमा लेता हूँ. उसके बाद क्या चाहिए? कुछ बैंकर से दोस्ती चाहिए. अरे पैसा कमाना थोड़ी मुश्किल है यार. एक आइडिया जो दुनिया बदल दे, वो एक आइडिया ही तो नहीं आती ना. दुनिया बदलेगी कैसे? बच्चों ऐसा है, आई कैन कीप टॉकिंग बिकॉज आई एम अ मैन हु कैन टॉक नॉन स्टॉप फॉर 40 hours also. But if you want to take more, it has been seen by study that the brain is not meant to absorb more than 22 minutes of speech. फिर क्या होगा? सब मिक्स हो जाएगा, इधर का उधर चला जाएगा, उधर का इधर चला जाएगा. अभी तक का जितना स्पीच हुआ है वो दिमाग के अंदर है. इसके आगे अगर आप चाहो तो मैं कंटिन्यू कर सकता हूं, बिकॉज मैं तो बहुत प्रिपरेशन करके आया हूं. but it will be too much on my behalf to give you in one day. Some other day I'll come again. If you all make a recommendation to your team, give you one Patodia. But bachcho, sincerely, only in the classroom I am a fatherly figure. Of course, for them, I am outside the class also I am a fatherly figure. Otherwise, ये आदमी बड़ा टशन वाला है. बस जाने के पहले मैं 3 बातें फिर से बोलना चाहूँगा. Be passionate for what you do. Do what you love. Love what you do. Resilient. And fourth, believe in yourself. See the invisible. जब तक तुमको इनविजिबल नहीं दिखेगा, अचीव क्या करोगे? There has to be a goal for you. Achieve that. Another quality of a successful man, never contented with a big achievement. सपोर्टेड गए, सर ये काम हो गया, हाँ ठीक है, आगे सोचते हैं. That's what a successful man means. सवाल ये है बच्चों, what I want to tell you is, be soft spoken, because जिस डाल में फल लगते हैं वो झुकी होती है. Giving respect to elders, to your parents. If you do not develop the habit of respecting your parents, you will not be a successful man. Because today you are here, many of you, they know in their heart how much of their parents have struggled to bring you here. Respect their sentiments. Be a successful man. एक आखिरी बात मैं आपको बोलना चाहता हूँ. एक किताबों में तो बोलते हैं ना, be your own boss before somebody hires you, decides your career, before somebody fulfills your dream, to make their dream full. फालतू बात करते थे, बिल्कुल मत सुनना. अपने माँ बाप के गोल्स को पूरा करो, नौकरी लो, 3-4 साल 5 साल में जब पैसे हो जाए जमा, when you have accumulated fund from where you can start an enterprise, start that. Do not bother them again for money, because आपको यहाँ तक लाने में बेचारे की कमर टूट चुकी है. Those of you who are blessed, see in India you have to understand one thing. 85% of the rich people are first generation rich, including myself. I come from below poverty line. तो यार तुम भी हो सकते हो. We will see you in the billionaires club. It's a matter of time. It's a matter how you think positive. Thank you for being such a good audience.
Thank you, Pawan, for that wonderful, encouraging speech. So with that, we bring to an end this session. Again, a big round of applause for Pawan.
देखो भाई, अच्छा लगा तो खड़े रह के ताली मारो. Those of you have liked it, stand up.
I know Mahul sir for a long time. He has been a very good friend of mine, and I'm here. I would not have come here because I have back-to-back 3 assignments. But he has reserved me long back, and all these assignments came later on. So I requested him, and I tell you, he is one of the most learned person. I don't know how many of you have read his books. He was in UK few days back, and he is a doctorate also, and a man of a low profile, low this thing, but deep meaning. I'm really, मतलब हमारी कोई भी पार्टी ऐसी नहीं होती है, कोई भी हमारे ऐसे फंक्शंस नहीं होते हैं जिसमें महूल सर नहीं होते हैं. Not as a dean or anything, because he's very, very close to us, and we respect him for his knowledge. We respect him for the values he created. And at times when he writes books on leadership and all, I'm telling you, वो next level है. अभी मेरा वो लेवल हुआ नहीं है. अभी मैं क्या नेट प्रैक्टिस कर रहा हूँ. तो सर के जो है वो स्टेज 2 के हैं. When you become very successful in life, then what you should do. But I have read 10, 12, 15 pages because he gives me every time. अभी एक बुक लेना भी है इनसे, उसको याद आ गया. So a big round of applause for the team. And you guys are lucky that he is here because he believes in teamwork. I've seen in his previous assignments also, and he believes in calling all the known people from the city. And I'm telling you, सुनो, मन से सुनो. कुछ ना कुछ देके जाएगा आपको. Something he will give you. And someday in your life you will realize and say, thank you Pawan sir, that day you told me this, I realize now. क्या होता है ना, अभी आप बच्चे हो, हर चीज़ को आप कोरिलेट नहीं कर सकते। लाइफ बहुत आपके सामने हसीन है, लाइफ बहुत अच्छी है, हम भी इस उम्र से गुजरे हैं। टीनेज की लाइफ जो होती है एक अलग टाइप की होती है, बट व्हेन यू स्टार्ट सक्सीडिंग एंड क्लाइंबिंग स्टेप्स ऑफ सक्सेस इन योर लाइफ, दैट टाइम आपके अचानक मुंह से निकल जाएगा एक डायलॉग और आप बोलोगे, याद है पवन सर ने बोला था उस दिन, दैट डे आई विल थिंक मैं यहाँ आया था, मेरा कामयाब हुआ।
Thank you.